Hi, welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to watch The Social Network. I have been wanting to watch this movie since early last year, since I developed my Andrew Garfield obsession after watching The Amazing Spider-Man for the first time, which was a year ago yesterday, January 25th, 2021. Just a few days ago, maybe it's been a week now, I watched Tick Tick Boom finally. I've had it on my watch list since it came out. I don't know why I waited. I'm not really a movie watcher, but I've been watching a lot more movies lately. This last month. Since I've been reacting to movies actually, so not that long. So The Social Network, I don't really know much about the plot. I know the characters. Jesse Eisenberg plays Mark Zuckerberg. Andrew Garfield plays Eduardo. Justin Timberlake's in it. I don't know who he plays. And then I know two scenes, which you can probably guess. The first one I've been seeing constantly for the last year is, "Sorry, my Prada's at the cleaners," along with my hoodie and my FU flip-flops, "you pretentious douchebag." Sorry. And then the one I've been seeing recently is that they identified me as a co-founder of Facebook, which I am. You better lawyer up, asshole, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I am coming back for everything. Yeah, I don't really know much about the plot though. And the description reads, Harvard sophomore Mark Zuckerberg pursues an idea that propels him to internet success, bringing in legal trouble and costing him friendships. Without further ado, let's watch The Social Network. I thought I just heard Matthew Gray Gubler. I got so confused.
Love chemicals controlled by phenolphthaleamine, also found in chocolate.
Two things at once, I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to be aiming at. But you've seen guys who were crew, right? No. Okay, well, they're bigger than me. They're world.
This conversation is going over my head.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
He likes meteorology. You said it was oil features. You can read the weather, you can predict the price of heating oil. I think you asked me that because you think the final club that's easiest to get into is the one where I'll have the best chance. What? Final close. Not finals close. And there's a difference between being obsessed and being motivated. Yes. We're dating. Okay.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, I'm gonna try and be straightforward with you and let you know that we're not dating anymore. I'm sorry. Wait. Is this real? Yes. Okay, then wait. I apologize, okay? I have to go study. Erica, I wasn't making a comment on your appearance. I was saying that you go to BU. I was stating a fact. That's all. If it seemed weird, then of course I have to go study. You don't have to study. Why do you keep saying I don't have to study? Because you go to BU.
You should shut up.
Just order some food. I think we should. You are probably going to be a very successful computer person. You're an asshole.
She's not wrong. It's been one scene and I don't like him, yeah. Harvard, 2003. Okay.
Erica Albright's a bitch. She's a 34B, as in barely anything there. False advertising.
Wow.
Let the hacking begin. The entire Kirkland Facebook.
Kid stuff, yeah.
They require a username password combo, and I'm going to go ahead and say they don't have access to the main FAS user database, so they have no way of detecting an intrusion. Adams has no secure. It's definitely necessary to break out Emacs and modify that Perl script.
Hello, Mr. Garfield. Nice.
Perfect timing. Eduardo's here, and he's going to have the key ingredient. I need you. Here.
Aw.
No, I need the algorithm used to run Java. Are you okay? Do you think this is such a good idea?
No.
I need the algorithm. I need the algorithm.
Great, so now I'm double not gonna understand it. It's fine.
On the left. Right. Right. This is my roommate. Oh my god, you're on the left.
This is really bad. Yeah.
He blogged about you.
Yeah.
You don't want to read it.
But she's going to.
Is this yours? I
stole it from
a train. Get the hell out of here! You think maybe we shouldn't shut it down before we get into trouble?
Yeah, you should.
She was under oath. And I guess that would be the first time somebody's lied under oath.
You're not wrong. But also, you you did a bad thing.
The site got 2,200 hits within 2 hours.
1,000.
What?
22,000.
22,000.
Oh. Want to see some real speed?
Is there any way to make this a fair fight? Kevin's got hacked to Facebook 7 houses. He said the whole website in one night he did it while he was drunk. How do you know he was drunk? He was blogging simultaneously. Cameron Winklevoss, Winklevoss.
As for any charges stemming from the breach of security, I believe I deserve some recognition from this board.
You deserve recognition.
I believe I've pointed out some pretty gaping holes in your system. Except if you had known what you were looking for, you would have seen it written on my dorm room window. But I was kidding, for God's sakes. Doesn't anybody have a sense of humor? I tried to stop you.
The first writerman that you have tried and failed this class.
One valid bit, one modified bit, one reference bit, affirmation bits.
Cameron Winklevoss.
Hi.
Tyler Winklevoss.
You guys related?
No. Coincidence.
Funny.
An app for an MP3 player that recognizes your taste in music.
Maybe you're trying to buy it?
Microsoft.
You create your own page, interest, bio, friends, pics, and then people can go online and see your bio. We'd love for you to work with us. I mean, we need a gifted programmer who's creative. We would need you to build the site, write the code. We'll provide all the...
I'm in.
When did you come to Eduardo with the idea for Facebook?
It was called The Facebook then. This doesn't need to be that difficult. I got punched by the Phoenix.
What?
Are you kidding? I'm outside. It's 20 degrees outside. I can't stare at the roof of Niagara Falls, which has absolutely nothing to do with the Caribbean. Why not build a website that offers that friends, pictures, profiles, whatever you can visit, browse around, social...
Is he taking credit for the idea when he's telling Eduardo?
See, in a world where social structure was everything, that was the thing. We'll split it, 70-30. It probably was a diversity thing. But so what? They're suggesting I was jealous of Eduardo for getting punched by the Phoenix and began a plan to screw him out of a company I hadn't even invented yet.
Were you?
But at the moment, I could buy Mount Auburn Street, take the Phoenix Club, and turn it into my ping pong room. He said they'd asked him to work on their site.
Oh.
But looked at what they had and decided it wasn't worth his time. It really didn't have much to do with the Winklevoss dating site.
How would you know? You weren't even there.
This week has been pretty busy thus far on classes and work, so I think it's probably best to postpone the
He just kept pushing it off.
I'm really busy tomorrow. It's going to cost a little more money. Not much more. About 200 more. Do it. You already did.
Wow.
I'm in the second cut.
Good for you.
Good. You should be proud of that right there. Don't worry if you don't make it any further.
Wow. I really hate him. Oh my god.
Won't be able to do Saturday as I have to meet up with my parents.
I mean, it's obvious at this point.
Miranda the sculptor, Daniel. Chester. Keep your jacket on.
Oh,
But on January 11th, 2004,
Facebook.
Mr. Zuckerberg registered the domain name to Facebook.
Do you see any of your code on Facebook?
Mark,
Did I use any of your code?
you stole our whole goddamn idea.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know she's a boyfriend? Have you ever seen
Relationship status for Facebook.
people that walk around with a sign on them that says something?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that looks good. That looks really good. It's plain and simple, and that was it. You mean it's ready?
It's ready?
Right now? The site's live. You know, let's go get a drink and celebrate. I'm buying.
He recognizes it. Yeah.
Hey, what is wrong?
Just keep going. Just keep going. The intention for the dramatic exit was there. Did he stutter and fall? Yeah, but it's fine.
Just wanted to let you know that Zuckerberg stole our website.
Yes, I'm here with my brother Tyler, and I'm sure you're right. He's a good guy, and he's very bright, and I'm sure he didn't mean to.
What?
Wow. We know he lied to our faces for a month and a half.
No, he
Yeah.
never lied to our faces.
Okay, he never saw our faces fine. He lied to our email accounts. I want to hire the Sopranos to beat the shit out of him with a hammer.
Okay.
We don't have to do that. That's right. We can do that ourselves. This is Hartford, where you don't plant stories, and you don't sue people.
He thought he was going to be the only one who thought that was easy.
I went to my friend for the money because that's who I wanted to be partners with. He was also my best friend.
Was.
Best friend is suing you for $600 million.
Facebook me was a common expression of
God, I love her.
I showed up late. I don't even know who the speaker was. Bill Gates.
Shit, that makes sense.
Alright, thanks guys. We don't know what it can be. We don't know what it will be. We know that it is cool. They're saying that we stole the Facebook from Divya Narendra and the Winklevoss. I know what it says. Did we? If there's ever anything wrong, you can tell me.
He's such a good friend.
This is our thing. It's raining.
I'm sorry?
It just started raining.
Mr. Zuckerberg, do I have your full attention?
No.
No. The rest of my attention is back at the offices of Facebook, where my colleagues and I are doing things that no one in this room, including and especially your clients, are intellectually or creatively capable of doing.
We say that's much.
Alright, deal. I'm kind of hungry, honestly. It's now 2 on the dot. Not exactly lunchtime, but I kind of had an early lunch. So, yeah. I heated up some Philly cheesesteak spring rolls in the microwave, so they're very squishy. And then some pudding. Yeah. Erica.
I'll be right back. Where are we going?
Hot.
I'd love to talk to you alone. We could just go someplace.
Right here is fine. And then rated women based on their hotness.
Erica, is there a problem?
No, there's no problem.
It seems like there's a problem.
You write your snide bullshit from a dark room. Good luck with your video game.
Boom. Roasted.
You apologize, right? Any questions? Who are the girls? Sorry,
Yeah, I was like, why are they here?
Oh, this must be hard.
Gordon?
I'm Marilyn Domi.
I don't hate anybody. The Winklevi aren't suing me for intellectual property theft.
Winklevi.
I want an injunction. I want damages. I want punitive relief. And I want him dead.
I want those things too.
You have a book on Harvard Law.
Harvard Student Handbook.
Oh.
Every freshman is issued one of these.
Justin Timberlake.
Kind of like Napster?
Exactly, like Napster.
What do you mean?
It was.
I founded Napster.
Sean Parker founded Napster.
There's a snake in here, Amy.
What?
What's that?
The Facebook?
I just need to find you, Mark Zuckerberg.
Never been in this building. Closest I've come to dealing with him face to face is when I saw him on the quad and chased him through Harvard Square.
Chased him?
I saw him, and I know he saw me. I went after him. This idea is potentially worth millions of dollars.
Millions?
Yes.
I would suggest that you let your imaginations run away with you on a new project.
You would.
That's stupid.
This action, this meeting, the two of you being here, is wrong. It's not worthy of Harvard. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Oh.
Oops. Brother's 335-year-old doorknob.
It went terribly.
Why?
Mark was asleep. I was not asleep. Can I rephrase my answer? I wish he'd been asleep. 91% of people try it once and come back. Now, if look at Guano stuff.
Oh my god.
He founded Napster when he was 19. He could be late.
Ooh,
He's
Sean
not
Parker.
bothered. What is he? He's 25 minutes late. He struck me as kind of a wild card. And he does own a watch. I'm not a psychiatrist, but
We've got that on the record.
You're not a psychiatrist, but what?
a psychiatrist would say that he was paranoid. 5,000 members.
Tell me about the strategy you used. Okay. For instance, we wanted Baylor, Texas, but Baylor already.
He's gonna say Mark.
Neither can yet.
Oh.
The Facebook is cool. That's what it's got going for it. Yeah. You don't want to ruin it with ads because ads aren't cool. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a fan who came to say hi.
He owned Mark after that dinner.
Drop the. Just Facebook. It's cool.
Just say the ownership as follows. 65% for Mark Zuckerberg, 30% for Eduardo
5%
Savary,
for
and
the
5%
Remy.
for Dustin Moskowitz.
Have you ever done anything that might be considered legitimate grounds for termination? You were accused of animal cruelty.
Wait. They identify you as one of the founders of Facebook.
Which I am.
The dining hall was serving chicken for dinner, so I had to feed my chicken. So I took little pieces of chicken and I gave it to the chicken.
Oh.
So I'm not suing him for cheating on his final exam. That's not what friends do.
Well, you just told us he was cheating.
You did.
Oops. What is your problem with Sean? He doesn't bring anything to the table.
The dropping that was smart though.
What's going on? A more relevant test might be seeing if they can keep a chicken alive for a week. That was me.
I opened a new account and put $18,000 in.
You do too much, Eduardo.
Welcome to Facebook.
Oh, that looks fun. Into a pool? Yes. Dude, that intern did not move at all. Sean?
Sean? Mark, go.
Oh, jeez. That could have been bad. Yeah.
No, wait.
Nope.
Where's Eduardo? He got an internship in New York. Eduardo didn't come out.
Dude, the music's so loud.
This time, you're gonna hand him a business card that says, "I'm CEO, bitch."
Do you ever think about that girl?
What girl?
The one you were in love with
The
from
girl
high school?
From high school who was with the lacrosse thing. No. If you don't have a place to crash, I think you should definitely come and live with us.
Is this the... What are their names? Winklevasses? The Winkleby? They're rowing? Yeah.
She told me that she and her friends were already talking about the race, which they've just seen by their computers.
On Facebook.
A website called Facebook. Do you have this in America?
Screw it. Let's gut the friggin' nerd.
Sorry. Aww.
I'm gonna call you back. What time is it?
Midnight or 3 a.m. in New York, where I just came from.
You gotta see some of the new stuff we got. Hey, Dustin.
Want to talk to me alone for a minute?
Sure.
She's actually psychotic. She's insanely jealous. She's irrational, and I'm frightened of her.
Oh.
Still, it's nice you have a girlfriend.
What?
I'm afraid if you don't come out here, you're gonna get left behind.
Is that what it means?
Yes.
Now me knowing anything
You're
about
in New York. I'm in New York running subways 14 hours a day, trying to find out. How's it going so far?
I'd like to freeze this bank account.
We're gonna start you off with a $500,000 investment.
Let me ask you something.
Who's Eduardo Saverin?
Best character of the movie, that's who. There he is.
Why does your status say single on your Facebook page? If the CFO of Facebook doesn't know how to change his relationship status on
It's a
Facebook?
little embarrassing, so you should take it as a sign of trust that I would tell you that.
You froze the account.
I had to get your attention, Mark.
Do you realize that you jeopardized the entire company? Do you realize that your actions could have permanently destroyed everything I've been working on?
We have been working on that.
Even if
Oh my god.
reverberate through the entire user base.
No. Christy, what are you doing?
Holy shit. I'm on my way. Margo. Yeah?
We did it.
Dude, I feel so bad for him.
You're going back there already?
Yes. Also, I'm breaking up with you.
Why the increase from the original 30%?
Because you may need to dilute it to award shares to new investors.
I love working with business leaders.
Omar doesn't care about money, and he needs to be protected.
And when you signed these documents, were you aware that you were signing your own death certificate?
No. He's your only friend. Remember the algorithm on the window at Kirkland?
Yeah.
Yeah. You say, Sean Parker says, fuck you. Look out.
I thought PG-13 could only get one of those. Could only get one F-bomb.
Because I wasn't called out there for either one.
What were you called out there for?
An ambush.
Oh, he's gonna burst through those doors when he comes back.
What is this?
Sam. He's wired in.
Sorry?
He's wired in.
Is he?
Yes.
Smash.
What was Mr. Zuckerberg's ownership share diluted down to?
Wasn't.
What was your ownership share diluted down to?
0.03%.
Suits pretending you were running this company.
Sorry! My brothers and the cleaners! Along with my hoodie and my fuck you flip-flops, you pretentious douchebag! I knew you did it! You planted that story about the chicken! I didn't plant the story. They identified me as a co-founder of Facebook, which I am. You better lawyer up, asshole. Because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything. Hang on.
Andrew.
I like sitting next to you, Sean. Makes me look so tough.
Whoa. I loved everything about that scene. I wonder what's happening with Sean, like the present day, when they're all with their lawyers. I don't really feel like clapping, honestly.
That's not mine.
Isn't that guy from
sorry, I shouldn't have
First
lied.
Class?
Listen, some things happened. I don't think Wardo was involved.
How'd he be involved?
What happened to Sean?
That's what I was wondering.
Still owns 7% of the company.
But where is he now?
I'm not a bad guy.
I know that. Why weren't you at Sean's sorority party that night?
You think I'm the one that called the police?
Doesn't matter. I asked a question, now everybody's thinking about it. You're not an asshole, Mark.
Just a little bit.
You're just trying so hard to be.
Cameron and Tyler has received a settlement of $65 and sent him. Eduardo Severin received an unknown settlement. His name has been restored to the priesthood. Mark Zuckerberg is the youngest billionaire in the world. And that was The Social Network. That was a very interesting movie. I don't think something that I would typically watch, but because, like, you know, there were some people I recognized, then yeah, that's why I wanted to watch it. I have very, like, it's just weird, like, my opinion on, okay, first, before I say that, how much of this is based on real life? The Social Network isn't entirely accurate, although it does hold a significant amount of truth about the rise of the social media platform. Wow. I didn't realize that twins were the same person. Anyways, yeah, so my opinion on the characters in the movie, Mark really annoyed me pretty much the entire time. And I barely understood what he was saying because he was like talking so fast in like another realm. Eduardo was my favorite. He went through so much and I just felt so bad for him the entire time. Just like the neglect and like chipping in all that money and then crazy girlfriend trying to like burn the place down and then getting his share from 34.4 to was it 0.3 or 0.03? I think it was 0.3. But that was so crazy. I was like 30 to, you know, maybe 10, but 0.3? And like in the film, Mark did take the idea of the twins. Come on. He didn't have an idea. They said their pitch. He just like made some things different. He stole it. He just made it his own. Sean Parker annoyed me a lot. The second, like when he and Eduardo were talking and then when Eduardo was talking and then he's just turned and asked a question to Mark, I was like, oh, this is how we're gonna play it. Anyways, time to log the movie on Letterboxd. We have The Social Network. I would rate this movie 4 out of 5 stars. I think that, you know, the acting was great. I liked the cinematography, I liked the storyline, and like the back and forth was like nice to, you know, not just be boring, to like add more to it. I enjoyed and I would probably rewatch it. So that was it for this movie reaction. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Remember that I post Supernatural on Sundays, Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Tuesdays, and movie reactions on Fridays. Sometimes. This is going out in February. I think that I will probably slow down on Supernatural reactions. Let me know if there are movies you want me to react to. I have movies planned till like mid-June every week. We'll see if I can like keep that up, but that's my current plan right now. Starting with this and then every week I want to post a movie. So we'll see. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye! Not sponsored.